I was thinking, since we walk home the same way, maybe we could be friends?
You guys walk home together? Did you hold hands?
Jeez, no. We just talked for a little bit, that's all.
Just you two alone?
You know what you're doing, Satoru. You're just pretending.
Huh?
Pretending to smile and being nice and worrying about people. But I don't think it's bad or anything. I can't tell what you're really like. That sounds funny coming from me.
It's been a while since I did one of these. According to my notes, I actually jotted this down, wrote this down to be made February 19th, 2022. And I actually wrote it on March 8th, 2022. And I just messed everything up. Hold on, give me a second. Nonetheless, anyways, so yeah, I hope none of this is off, because I'm not gonna remember any of this. Anyways, let's get into it. Okay, so Netflix has this anime with the English title of Erased. According to Google, the original name is Boku Dake ga Ine Machi. And I don't know what that means, but Boku is like the feminine or soft toned way of saying I, so I something. Nonetheless, this started as an anime I casually watched on my lunch break, but I felt like this was worth talking about. The show is kind of hard to summarize, so I'll explain it as we go. I'm going to be reviewing the first 2 episodes, so there will be minor spoilers because this show moves kind of fast. So episode 1 is titled Flashing Before My Eyes, and it starts with a clever nod. From my knowledge, most animes start as mangas, you know what I'm saying, little magazines. Having the main character of the manga be a manga enthusiast is something I find amusing. But anyways, we get an early look at what makes our characters so interesting.
Too weird, too young.
He just went back in time, and he has a few moments to figure out what's going on before a tragedy happens. He saved a little kid's life, and in the process nearly loses his. As per usual, during a near-death scenario, Shintaro's life is flashing before his eyes.
Got him!
Clever. The important part of this is the girl in the red coat is really important. The following is just character bonding, you know what I'm saying? Character bonding? Is that meant to be that, or is it character building? See, this is why you should record your videos shortly after writing them down. Anyways, so they introduce some characters, but this is when shit gets real. See this? He just did it again. So now he's frantically searching for a tail but he doesn't notice. But fortunately,
Was that guy looking at me?
women's intuition, baby. After forcing Shintaro to have some riz, we get some devious foreshadowing. This scene right here that leads to the climax of the episode, but first we get Shikun's motivation. He remembered Kaio, a girl who got abducted, and remembers how his mom tried to shelter him from the fact that she got abducted and probably died because he was very distraught about it. Fast forward, Shikun's lovely mother returns home, and she knows who the real murderer is. But unfortunately, this is the first of a 12 episode series, so
Satoru?
yeah, that sucks. You'd think it can't get any worse, but after Shinkun returns home and finds his dead mother, he makes some stupid decisions. He grabbed his mom. I mean, that's not too bad, but instead of explaining the situation, this happens.
Don't even...
There's there's an American police joke to be made here, but not only is it unnecessary, but I'm not funny enough to pull it off, but you can do it in the comments. Anyways, so Shiken, I typed Shiken, I meant Shikun. Anyways, Shikun gets shot in the back of the head, which is wild. There could have been another joke in there, but in the next episode, he wakes up 18 years ago. And I forgot his exact age, but he's in elementary school. Anyways, per usual, you appreciate things more when they are gone. So the next few scenes are of him appreciating his mom to the fullest. He eventually realizes this is revival to the max, you know what I'm saying? That's the name of his power to go back in time. And he's been sent back 18 years to raise up a 10-year-old. There's another joke to be made there. I wish I was a comedian. Nah, I'm messing with you. Look, there's some romance involved, but he's here to stop the catalyst to a larger chain reaction. He's here not to save just Kaio, but 3 to 5 other kids that got abducted. The Shinatori kid and his mom. Who's that? Anyways, so that's pretty much the first 2 episodes. Nothing wild. The episode ends by revealing Kaio was abused at home. And that's kind of the subplot to the main objective of the whole series. This isn't an explosive show. There isn't crazy action. This is sort of a chill show with some deep points. Oh god, I gotta check my noodles. I feel so bad for the people that genuinely enjoy this show and want to hear somebody talk about it, and then here's me butchering names, forgetting scenes, and then taking a break to go make sure my ramen isn't overboiling. Anyways, this show explores child abuse and the effects of it, but it shows how you can be a bit, you can be a big difference for someone who's having problems at home. And from personal experience, that's not an exaggeration, you know what I'm saying? You can make a drastic difference in someone's life, especially when going through something like that. The rest of the show explores his journey to save Kaio, and the reason I made a video on this is mostly because of the message of the show. Go out on a limb, when you see somebody down, try to pick them up. You can have a major impact on someone's life, like I said earlier. But besides that, the show is fairly easy to predict, but Erase does a good job of taking advantage of that. You'll probably be able to guess who's the real killer or like the antagonist and guess how certain things will unfold, but they throw some left-handed tricks in these episodes to kind of misdirect you, you know what I'm saying, and keep you on your toes. Basically, like, they make it so obvious that it's not obvious, hiding in plain sight type beat. Anyways, the show is definitely an interesting placeholder show. Like, if you're in between seasons of another show, like you're waiting for, right now the Bleach anime is coming out and that's a big deal, but they gotta wait 8 days. This is a good one to hold that spot. Or you're like me, binging random animes. This show is barely 20 minutes each episode, so you can knock out 2 to 3 episodes in one lunch break, which like 2-3 days you're finished with the whole series. Anyways, is this a great show you're gonna tell your friends about? No. Is this a good show? Yeah. If someone ask about the show, or you're not, you know what I'm saying, if they ask about it, you're not going to turn them away from it. It's a nice, quick, good show, and there's some funny moments. And if you like awkward comedy or you have a dark sense of humor, yeah, you will really enjoy it. Anyways, how did you feel about the show if you've seen it? And if not, if you haven't seen it after watching this video, are you inclined to watch the show? Definitely not. But yeah, I feel like there could have been a deeper conversation to make about child abuse and whatnot. It's kind of weird to say cool that an anime dived into it, but this really does a good job of showing how when family isn't really holding up their end of the bargain, how having that peer-to-peer connection with people you go to school with, work with, or other people can really fill that void and give you a reason to live, to show you a brighter spot to the world. When Kaio was over there getting beat up by her mom and whatnot, she kind of just went to the park and whatnot just to kill time before she went home to a hellhole. But now, she just went through her life and whatnot. But after homeboy comes back with the knowledge of a 28-year-old, which is an interesting conversation to have. If you're 20 in a 10-year-old body, are you allowed to flirt with other 10-year-olds? most of America is going to say fuck no, but you know, the show was made in Japan or Asia. Anyways, but it changes her whole mood. Like, she goes from a depressed fucking 10-year-old to someone who's actually happy to go to school, someone who's actually looking forward to going out and things like that. So I really like I said it like 3 times, how it was able to show the, might be slightly exaggerated how quickly it happened, but you know, they don't really show the time skips in between these episodes, but it really shows how you can be the difference in somebody's life who's going through something at home, and how strong the peer-to-peer connection can be, which is also another topic. But yep, that's where we're going to end this one here. I need to get more of these out, but hey, remember, until we meet in the next video or the comments, remember, envy no man, because we know we up next. Sponsored by Atari, and
Join will be hopping. The octopus said the same thing to Yoshi. It's about being patient, picking your moment. So snap out of it. You can't let a couple of losses blow you off course. You don't have to win now, just someday. Slow and steady wins the race, right? Well, it kills the octopus.